video, I'm going to show you how to do the puff shell stitch. This is one of my favorite stitches throughout my entire career. And there's a reason why, because my girlfriend and I had our babies at pretty much the exact same time. And her little girl had the most beautiful puff shell sweater and layette set. It was absolutely beautiful. It was all done in white. It was just gorgeous. And her neighbor had crocheted it for her. And I was designing at the time, and I just had to have this pattern. Well, this lady would not give me her pattern. It was like a recipe that somebody doesn't want to share. And I just, every time I saw her in that set, I was just like, oh, I want that pattern so bad. So I think it was a couple years, and I actually found the pattern on my own in an old Crochet World magazine, and I was just so happy. So I did a lot of designs with the stitch. So if you go to this is a free pattern, but if you, and this is called Baby Doll Puff Shell Afghan, and it's FP257, and it's available from maggiescrochet.com, where there's over 200 free patterns and a lot of other great, like thousands of regular patterns and supplies for crochet. But anyway, and if you search puff shell on maggiescrochet.com, you'll see all the designs that I did with it. I did a little purse, I did coats for my daughter, and I did ponchos. I don't know that I've ever done a layette with this, but it would be really pretty. So close up, the stitch looks like this. And it's just so three-dimensional, and it's so easy. It's just like a regular shell, except for one little change that you do. So, and it looks good on both sides. It looks very textured, three-dimensional, and little shells are on the outside. So anyway, I've started a chain here, and I'm just going to show you how the basic stitch works. So, in the Afghan pattern it'll be different, but I'm just going to show you a sample of the stitch. So you do 2 double crochets in the 4th chain from hook, which is right here. And all these basic stitches are on my other YouTube videos. So you do 2 double crochets in the 4th chain from hook. You skip 2 chains, which is right here, 1 and 2. And you single crochet in the next chain, then you skip 2, and then you shell in the next one. And the shell, it says, equals 5 double crochets. So I'm going to skip those 2, and I'm going to work 5 in the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then skip 2, and single crochet in the next one, and then skip 2 and shell in the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to skip 2 and single in the next one, and then I'm going to skip 2 and shell in the next one. 1, 2, 3. My yarn split a little bit. 3, 4, 5. And then skip 2 and single in the next one. And then skip 2 and 5. No, not 5. This is going to be the end. So it says to work 3 double crochets in the last one. So that's how the repeat ends. Right here I did a couple extra chains because I wasn't really sure, but I was thinking it was 28, so I chained 30. So I've got 2 extras here. So all I have to do is pull those out. I'd rather have too much at the end than not enough. So I would just pull these out like this. And like that, and bring it back to the, now I'm back to, there's no chain there. There's no extra chain anymore. I took it out. So for this sample, it's a chain 28. And then I need to take this little knot out of here too. But anyway, that's not important right now. So row 2 is chain 1 turn, single crochet in first double crochet. So when I turn, I'm turning like the page of a book, as if I'm right here and I read down to this side, and now I'm gonna flip over to here. So I'm going to, now it says there's a note before I start row 2, so I need to read this, and it says all shells are worked in the back loops of the single crochet, and all single crochet stitches are worked in both loops. So it says to chain 1 turn and single crochet in the first double crochet. So that's right here, and I'm going to single crochet in the first double crochet. And then it says working in back loop only, shell in next single crochet. So the single crochet is between the 2 shells from the previous row. So I don't go into both, I go into the back, and that's what makes that shell puff out. It's just going in that back loop instead of both loops. It's really amazing. So you do 5 double crochets in that back loop, and then you go in both loops in the center double crochet of the shell, and then you go in the back loop of the single crochet with a shell. You put a shell in there. So there's 4, and here's 5, and then you single up here through both, and then the shells are the only thing that you work in the back loop. But as you can see, it's starting to puff up. Oh, I just love it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a single here, and then another shell. I'll change colors on the next row and show you how to do that. There's 3. So you end with a single at the top, and with 2 loops on your hook, if you want to change to a new color, you would have I've got green here. I'm going to do a slip knot, and I'm going to pull that through to finish that single crochet right here. And that I've got in a lot of other beginner videos. And then I'm going to chain 1 turn. Actually, I'm going to chain 3 turn, and I'm working in the back loop only. I'm going to work 2 double crochets. This is the beginning shell. It's like half a shell at the beginning. And then I'm going to single through both, and then I'm going to shell in the back. It's just the same thing, except the beginning is a little different for every other row. And if you're going to do stripes, I recommend that you change your color every 2 rows. So that, see, I started the green here, and then I'll go all the way down, and then I'll come back, and the white's still here, and I can pick the white up, and I can actually carry it alongside the side if I'm doing every 2 rows. That's another video too. So I'm going to go both loops and back loop on the shells. That's all you got to remember here. So see how it's puffing out? So that's how you do the puff shell stitch, and it's a gorgeous stitch. Thank you very much for watching. Please join our YouTube channel. It's under Maggie Weldon, and our Facebook page is Maggie's Crochet, and then our website is maggiescrochet.com, and then we have a lot of free patterns at bestfreecrochet.com, and there's over 200 patterns at maggiescrochet.com. Thank you very much for watching.